Well, hello and welcome. Oh my goodness, welcome to Leading Ladies, Leaving Legacies. I am Joy Ruffin. I work as a leadership and style consultant, a signature style specialist, speaker, executive producer, TV host, and podcaster. I work with women who are transitioning, and that's a whole nother saga, and we'll go over that at another time because tonight I'm excited. I'm always excited to bring you a featured guest speaker because every lady that I bring to you, I get excited about her because I love the work they're doing. And tonight, it's no exception. I want you to just to sit back and relax, whatever that means to you. Grab a cup of coffee, grab a cocktail, cup of tea, glass of water, whatever it is, and just sit back and tune in to what my featured guest speaker is going to share with you. And before I bring her up, let me share with you a little bit about her. This beautiful lady, Saskia Christian, love that name. She is a life coach, a leadership consultant, and a business coach. She is also a certified life transformational and informed trauma coach, speaker, and published author. And I could go on and on and on. But you know what? I want her to meet you, you to meet her, and I want us to begin the conversation so you can get the seeds of what she's bringing to us today. It's quite powerful. So just relax and help me welcome our featured guest speaker tonight, Saskia Christian. Come on up, as they say. How are you? I have Kirill up here. I don't have Saskia. There you are. Okay, we made a little boo-boo there, but boo-boos happen. Saskia, welcome. It's great to have you here.
Thank you so much for having me on this amazing show. I do love the name, Leading Ladies, Leaving Legacies. That's exactly what I'm about. And hello, viewers.
You know what? I'm glad you love the name because it wasn't hard for me to come up with this name because I'm all about women, femininity, power, and leadership. And that's exactly what you're bringing us today. Your background, and you're an engineer, but your background is fascinating. And I'm learning all the time to learn more about you. So tell us, I know I mentioned a little bit about what you do, and we're going to get deep into it. But tell me, because one of the things you gave me that I'm all about is gratitude. Change your heart's posture. Tell us why you came up with that and what that means to you.
Yes. So I am so glad you led with that question. So gratitude is a superpower definitely by itself.
Yes.
Gratitude sets you apart from everyone else and is an essential ingredient for resiliency, building resilience. Gratitude sets the tone, the tonality for the day. When you wake up in the morning and you think about the good things, at least top 3 things that you have, whether it's a person or a thing, that you are grateful for, and you journal it, it puts everything in perspective. It calms you down. And you're able to have that hope element in your life again. And not only that, at the beginning of the day, it also, when you do journal the things that you're grateful for, the wins and the accomplishments, at the end of the day, to set things in perspective. So so glad that you asked me.
Oh my goodness, I'm glad that you feel that way because gratitude is everything. You know, however one looks upon it, regardless of your faith, your belief, and your higher source, whatever that is different for most people. Gratitude is at the top of that list because if we're not grateful for all the things, the good, the bad, and the so-so, I like to say, we're in deep so. Tell me a little bit about your background because I know you're an engineer and I don't know what it is, but there's something about me and engineers, male or female. Maybe it's because they're so strategized and organized and I'm working to get that way. But tell us a little bit about your background. You have so much goodness here. Share briefly a little bit about that.
Yes, I am so glad to share insights about my journey. So yes, I am a PMP-certified chemical engineer who transitioned into the wonderful world of life transformation and informed trauma care coaching. And it's indeed an honor to do that, to impart healing and empowerment to so many professionals who are stuck, who are really battling against adversities with not the right tools and the nuggets in place to be able to overcome them and live a passion and purpose-fulfilled life. And Joy, this is exactly what I have to offer them.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Let me ask you something, Saskia, because I learn as I go. I have no shame. I don't mind admitting I don't know. And a lot of times I do as much research as I can. I have an inkling, but share with us a little bit about what is a PMP certified chemical engineer? What does that mean? What does that stand for?
So, project management professional
Ah,
is someone who really controls the day-to-day operation per se. All the planning, the scheduling, in terms of cost estimations, risk assessments, they
okay.
really do control the world of work. And we can't do
Wonderful.
anything without them because planning is absolutely critical, especially in my world when I was working as a strategic quality engineer in supply chain. And that really laid the foundation for me being a life coach because I did apply quite a lot of passion and purpose there, and that
Yes.
was translated, or transferred into the work I do now, but helping humans be better humans and live
Ooh.
their best lives, high quality lives. And that's
Yes,
essentially
yes, yes.
that as a PMP chemical engineer does. It's all about transformation. Chemical engineer is transforming raw materials to finished products. So essentially, that's what life transformation coaches do. They help with that co-creation of ideal vision and goals that the
Uh-huh.
clients have. Not the clients set the agenda, not the professional. We're just there to help with that emotional self regulation to get them to be able to embrace change
Oh
and
my goodness.
logics and rational thinking in their process. So
This
that's
is why you're here, and this is why I love the work you're doing. And thank you for that explanation. I had an inkling that it would have something to do with planning, management, and professional whatever. But the way that you explained it, let me tell you, there are no accidents in life. You and I are connected because I am attempting in every way that I can become more organized at everything because I'm that creative being, and so are you, but a different type. And so I find that I need to orchestrate more strategies and structures than I have been before. So I need to be around people like you more and more and more. So thank you for sharing time and space with me. Now tell me, you mentioned some words there, and I love the way you express that. How does that tie into your superpower? Find out what you can tap into to be the victor and not the victim.
yes. So that's definitely covered in 5 key strategies I'm about
Yes, we're
to
going to get
elaborate
to that.
on. Yes,
Yeah.
mastering grit for magnificent living. So that's a Victor superpower. But in the book, my book, recent release on purpose strategies for living and leading, I really did get to the bottom of what a UV is. That's a creative terminology of mine. And
Yes.
on the cover, Victor is someone who is poised for contributing their talent arsenal in the environment. They are very much alert about the potency that they carry for success and for personal and business community benefit maximization. They're no longer sitting at the sidelines, and
Mm.
they're ready to play. Joy, they are ready to play, and they know their value, they know their worth. And it's a
Saskia,
transformation because they were not there before they were operating as victims, but now they are business environment disruptors. Amazing. It's
you mentioned
amazing what
you
consciousness can do.
yes, 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 yes. You know what? You mentioned one of my favorite words, and obviously you know that it's play. If you can't play and have fun somewhat, and as you evolve and grow, you have to be about that, or there's going to be serious precaution situations that you get yourself into. Now let's we're going to expound on these a wee bit more and deeper because I know this is what you want to do. But how one of the things that mesmerized me in the best way because I'm interested you are an informed trauma coach, and you spoke to that in different ways lightly here. But tell us a little bit more about an informed trauma coach and how you go about your work as succinctly as you can.
Yes. So a informed trauma care coach is not a clinician. I want to be clear. It's not a person is not a therapist, right? They're not there to diagnose any mental health condition. They're
Yes.
simply there to make sure that the clients are in a receptive mode towards healing, and towards change. And so just getting them in that right posture to receive, the change and the motivation that they need, right? All those principles for self-leadership and personal growth enhancement that they need to, that needs to be on the agenda for transformation. They need to be in an emotionally regulated state. And that's where the informed trauma care helps with those, cyclic breathing exercises, the deep breathing exercises. All those techniques are utilized to ensure that they are, they're able to overcome those stressors, whether it's biological or psychological stresses from the environment.
Yes, 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 yes. You're using all the words that are endearing to me, that they are embedded in my body and my soul and the heart of me. You're using, we have to be receptive to grow, to evolve, and healing. Healing is a big part of the work that you're doing. And the trauma coach and the life coach, and it's all aligned, it's all connected, it ties together. But you use a word that's kind of a little bit old fashioned, and I'm old fashioned, old school back in the day, and I love it. Posture, decorum, demeanor. All of these come into play when you're working with people to get them to get into their leadership style and what works for them, right?
And achieve their dreams. That's the whole point. I am here to help the professional there who is stuck in a perpetual cycle of limitations, so to speak. They are really doing the best they can to climb, but due to adversities, whether it's from talent, marginalization, and so many factors out there in the world, they're not able to do that. And they were really suffering from anxiety and trauma, complex trauma, that
Yes.
they really do need that professional coaching help, informed trauma, not just any coach, an informed trauma care coach to guide them to success, to navigate those career transitions, life transitions they need to make, and to live their best lives. They need to be receptive to change. I can't stress that enough. And if they're operating in the sympathetic nervous system, control domain, they're really just operating out of survival mode, right?
Hold on.
Counterproductive.
Hold on, because you're speaking to the choir here in that all of the verbiage that you just used so succinctly and so brilliantly, and the clarity is just there. We're talking about meeting people where they are, but you're also talking about my new best friend. You're talking about meeting people where they are, but people who really want to climb, rise, and soar into the best of themselves through the leadership that they're here to do. And one has to know and feel that somewhere from within. And that's what you're offering in them. Listen, the time goes here and it goes quickly. We have so much to cover. I'm going to have Kirill put you in the green room. I'm going to talk to two or three little things that I'm about. And then when we come back, I want her to bring up your top 5 strategies to master grit for magnificent living. Oh, I love that. And then we'll expound a little bit more on that. So she's going to put you in the green room and I'll be with you in just a second. I get excited. I can't help it. It's in my DNA. I just love people who are doing the type of work that Saskia is doing. And it's great. Let me remind you, here's a gift for you. Take a screenshot, take a snapshot, whatever you need to do. And I'm going to relay and convey and connect Saskia with this, because this is something that everyone can use who wants to get into the best of themselves and their leadership style and abilities. This is one of the best investments you're going to make in yourself. That's a freebie that I'm offering, but it'll give you all the tips and tools and the priceless nuggets that you need to move forward. So make sure you get the screenshot, the snapshot, and go and align with this freebie. You're going to be absolutely blown away by it. And in conjunction with that, I want you to be thinking about this. This is what we're going to talk about when I go back to talk with Saskia. We're going to be talking about mastering grit. I love that word grit. You heard me say it the other day because I'm a Southern girl and we grew up on grits, but this is a different type of grit for magnificent living. And when I get back to her in just a second, we're going to talk about these 5 points that she wants to really expound on. So stay tuned. And then towards the end, we're going to offer you something that you have no way to be able to refuse, because this lady knows her material, loves it, is passionate about it, and wants to share it with you. That said, Saskia, let's talk about the 5 potent, powerful gifts that one can master to get the grit for living a magnificent life.
And I must lead by saying that thriving, to the viewers out there, thriving requires a resilient soul.
Yes.
It is a
Yes.
fundamental, and that's why we're focused on that. Those strategies, starting with gratitude, like you just went over, it sets the tone. You have hope again, and you really want to build long lasting hope to have true resilience in your journey for passion and purpose fulfilled living. And so the next strategy is really UV, undercover Victor, my created term, superpower activation that requires three power knob components. Resilience,
Saskia, let
yes.
me ask Kirill to put that poster up again while you talk about those, because while you're talking about them, she can
Mhm.
have that poster on the screen so that people can see exactly what they are and they'll know what it is. But then you can continue. I think she'll be able to put it up for us so that
Absolutely.
people can see what you're talking about. Here we go. You're talking about gratitude. Just take it from there. It's on the screen now.
Yes, I spoke about gratitude, which is essential
Yes.
for resiliency build in your journey, and then superpower, which is the undercover Victor superpower. That's my spin.
Yes.
Activation. And that requires resilience, it requires a boost of confidence, and it requires strategy integration. So think about it as a all-encompassing healing, empowerment, and
Hmm.
strategy integration for passion and purpose fulfilled living and a victorious comeback. That's what it is. So resilience is more, you do a lot of self-healing, right? You got to put everything in perspective. Self-awareness is necessary. You need to know who you are before you heal and reach out to the right professionals. Just like I said, informed care, trauma care
Yes.
professionals are there, therapists are there, clinicians are there to help you become
Yes.
your best self. And then, of
Great.
course, yes.
Yes,
And
yes, yes, yes. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I'm loving what you're saying because it's so neat, and you're giving us priceless key points, little nuggets to be aware of. The healing position that one can take, but you use a word there, the boundaries, and how we have to strive and thrive to get there, and that needs to be with a professional, somebody who has the information and the knowledge that one needs. Let's talk a little bit about, because this is a buzzword that's, well, it's been buzzing around for quite a while, Saskia, but I want you to speak to it. Boundaries, we know, capacity and all that. Let's speak a little bit about emotional intelligence, because I speak to that all the time. Because
yeah,
until we are able to master that, we are in you know what. So share with us a little bit how you relate and connect to emotional intelligence for the
it
work
is
that you do.
absolutely critical, Joy.
Yes,
More
yes.
critical than IQ. Richard Branson said that the other day.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, yes,
He
yes, yes.
dropped out of school at 16 years old. And what does he deem important? EQ, soft skills, influence. You need to be able to
Yes,
influence others. So, emotional intelligence, what that means to me is when you're able to notice and understand your emotions, self perspective, and also notice and understand the emotions of others. And you're able to regulate your emotions, right? So we spoke about
yes,
self-regulation just a while ago, for trauma care coaching, that's their expertise.
yes,
And then you have that alignment of your emotions to the performance, the success, and the goals that you're looking to achieve. So it's a full
yes.
circle. And
Oh my
it's
goodness.
so important. It's such a rare thing, though, right now, in terms of quality and attributes with
Yes.
the work environment or the environment as a whole. We need to change that.
I'm so happy to hear you share that with our audience. And let me tell you why. First off, I use emotional healing, emotional security, emotional intelligence all the time. But here's the key, and you mentioned it, it's about being able to master and manage your emotions when
Absolutely.
you're dealing with other people. Because, for me and for you too, in a different way, I'm all about working with women because I know of all the crapola that I've dealt with to get to me, and we all have to get there however we do it, and usually hopefully it's with somebody like you who's able to guide us and give us the tools that we need to do that. I love that. How do you combine that with the boundaries, because that's another key issue? How do you combine the two of them? Emotional, well, all of the five of them, but how do we separate? You spoke to it lightly, but give us a little bit more data on boundaries. Because sometimes
Okay.
we as women, we don't know our boundaries. We don't know when to,
Yeah, that's a struggle with male and female, and you know
yeah,
everywhere.
yeah,
So
it's true.
boundaries is it's really key for regulation of self and protection, right? It's a shield that's really protecting you from life, relationships, work life. It brings that balance factor in your life. And so it's important. And of course, we know emotional intelligence is all about, empathy, compassion, right?
Yeah.
And boundaries is really formed, therefore, boundaries are formulated based on empathy and compassion for yourself. Because in order for you to have it for others, it starts with you. Are you compassionate towards yourself? And that's how the two are connected. EQ.
Oh, I love that. And that leads right into self-love, loving yourself,
Yeah.
every bit and every part of you, and knowing who you are. But you know what, Saskia, the word that you use there, all of them, they're resonating with my soul. But you use a word that's a favorite of mine. We all have our list of favorite words. They just resonate to the soul. Balance. Aren't we all seeking balance in our lives? Not contentment and not to reside in mediocrity and to be too comfortable, but we're looking for the balance. And that's where emotional healing and boundaries and all of this comes into play.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. And of course, life wheel, all in our life transformation process that I teach, that impact shift, the life wheel priorities helps you with that balance. What are the things you prioritize highly, top, middle, low priority? And based on that, that sets the expectation or sets the precedence for you achieving balance in your life, your personal life and your work life, so that you wouldn't crash and burn and you won't
Yes.
experience stress and burnout and anxiety and all those things that we are looking. I am here to help the professional through. I had to walk through those adversities myself, and I have just the nuggets to be able to help someone on that journey for phenomenal and victorious living.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You're going to love my booklet, that freebie book. You're going to love that because I know
Oh,
it relates and
I
connects and
can't
ties
wait.
into what you're doing. But tell me this, and I don't know if you can, but I don't ever want to throw a curve where you can't respond back. But if I know you're honest. You're going to say, I don't know. But how does one get to, with the work that you're doing? You've explained it in different ways and we can all kind of take it in. But how does one discover and get to, with your help, guidance, and assistance, that superpower that my belief is, Saskia, that everyone has, but it's the discovery of it. It's how do we get to that? What are some of the keys that you can give us that helps us to get to, because we all have that gift, that genius within. We do, the greatness.
Yes, and I am so glad you asked that question.
Oh, good.
It is fundamental that we embrace identity. You have to know who you are in order to discover your superpower, why you are placed on earth, what is your uniqueness, what is that value proposition that you have, what is that, again, talent arsenal that sets you apart from everyone else. They absolutely have to go to you to get it. You must understand who you are, and that comes from healing, reflection, journaling, and all those things. But that's the start of the journey.
Oh my goodness. I love
Superpower
that.
discovery, yes.
I love that because you see, I've always believed, even as a young girl, when I was struggling myself, I always knew that there was something within me that wanted to be awakened. And you say it in a different way, who you are. I say, know thyself. Get on that journey, get into that beautiful adventure of finding out and discovering who you are. And that's what you're helping people with. Now, here's a loaded question, but you're going to love it because I know you already. Do you find that you're working more with more women or more men, or is it 50-50, 60-40? How does that play out?
So I definitely would say more women at this time.
Mhm,
And it
mhm.
just depends on, we do think differently, and it's a process. And that's something that's been going on for decades on end, right?
Woohoo! Yes,
So we do
yes, yes.
respect and I do cater to whatever point the journey they're at. And that's exactly why my seasonal thriving e-course that I developed that I'm about to market is really towards helping a particular person, regardless of wherever they are, whatever
Yeah.
season they are, and I equated that to natural seasons of winter, fall, summer, they can understand those challenges, they can
Yes.
understand the coping mechanisms to deal with those challenges. Because we
Wow.
all want to win. We want to win against those
You do.
adversities and battles, right? And of course, they understand the advantages, even in a harsh season of preparation, say winter season, they're able to take advantage of those. And that's and reflections. And that's really what my gift is to the world, to help people really, discover, rediscover who they are, heal,
Yeah.
empower themselves for greatness, just like you said.
Oh my goodness. There's no accidents in life. And I do believe that. I don't know why my voice is coming back to me. Let me ask you this before we wrap this up here and we go on to the end. You have worked all around the world, the country, and with a lot of spiritual leaders, people in the spiritual and business owners, religion, so on. What do you find is, other than what you just shared with us, is one of the main things that everyone is seeking today? I know it's about who you are and know thyself. What is something else that you find that the majority of people are looking for?
Clarity and purpose.
Oh,
Purpose helps you to win. Automatically, it's a differentiator and it puts you ahead when you know the purpose and the passion for your life.
oh my goodness.
And
I do.
regardless of whether you're dealing with, church hurt, or if you're in the spiritual setting or you're in the business setting, I cater to all clients, all different needs. Regardless of that,
I
this
have to.
is commonality. People want to win. People want to know their purpose and their passion.
Yes, I love that. I love that. I love the way you said that, with clarity and purpose. And that's it. The time goes so quickly here. And I want you to speak to what you're offering. I want Kirill to bring up your poster, and I want you to tell us what you're offering, how you're going to go about that, because you're talking about all the things that I'm talking about in a different way: clarity, purpose, why we're here. Wake up that gift, that greatness, and that genius. And everyone has it within. And that's what you're about: your style, your rhythm, and your flow. So I'm going to ask Kirill to bring up your poster, and then I want you to tell us a little bit about this and talk to us about this. Give us your food for thought and your ending parting words. The stage is yours, my love.
Yes. So, viewers, it's a pleasure. I am here to serve and help you really discover your true potential, leadership potential, self leadership potential. And that's really what this free coaching consultation, free transformation coaching session is about. I would like you to apply here at the BoostThru.com website and fill out your name, email, just take a quick survey so we can get some insights into your journey. And once you qualify, we will get back to you because we are eager to help you move towards passion and purpose fulfilled living. In addition to that, there's a 50% off 6 months premium life transformation coaching package, all designed with your self leadership and personal development in mind towards
Wonderful.
victory.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Let me tell you that this is not only monumental and fabulous for so many different reasons, basically because of you, but I love your name: Boost Through. Go through it all. Keep climbing, keep soaring, keep rising. And you can only do that with the right guidance and the right Wayshore messenger guide with you, which is what you are.
Yes.
My friend, the time goes quickly here. I told you that. Boom. I say this every week. I get excited, and before I know it, it's over. Thank you so much for sharing this with us.
Thank you. It's such
You
an honor. Yeah, to be here.
Oh, it's all mine, because I could listen to you forever and ever and ever, but we have to end this now. Kirill is going to put you in the green room. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'll be with you in just a second. Thank you. I have to say, I can't help it. It's my DNA. What can you say? What can I say? I enjoy so much meeting and greeting these fabulous women from all over the world, all over the country, doing all kinds of different things. They don't know it, but they do know it. They are part now of my extended family. And I enjoy every moment that I spend with them. And I'd like to be able to spend more, but I can't. But you, my friends, I send you each and every week much, much love from my heart to your heart. Embody it, embrace it, take it in, because it's given to you. It's real, it's genuine. And may you have the best rest of the week ever and the best life ever. Make sure you contact and connect with Saskia. You will not regret it. I don't make wild promises. Be well and stay safe, my friends. Much love. Cheers.